There's the undeniable knockout threat, the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis, and Dom, outstanding in terms of the ground strikes, the ability to put you away on the ground. Sort of a throwback type heavyweight in a lot of respects.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is the culmination of just brawling at its finest. He has so much confidence in his hands, and as you see here, I mean, when he connects, he puts you out. It's not a TKO. He's sleeping you. You're going night-night. It's over. And he has so much confidence because he's done it time and time again. However, he did hurt his back. L4, L5. This guy is fighting with herniated disc in his back. That's how tough he is. He's willing to go out here, lay the body on the line, put this performance, and show up. I wonder, though, how much will that back injury hold him up in this fight? He said, I have one round that's all I need. I will finish him in the first round. He said, I don't care if I get tired or not. I'm coming to finish in one.
Yeah, he's had notorious back problems in the past. Pulled out of a fight with Fabricio Verdun because of that back. But he's a wild man, and he's definitely a wild card. And the guy has hammers. He throws some serious bombs, and if they land, Volkov could be in trouble. And I gotta tell you, he's got the best Instagram page out of any mixed martial arts guy. His Instagram page is hilarious. If there's a crazy video on the internet and you're looking for it, go to Derrick Lewis's Instagram. He's got it on there until it gets pulled off the internet.
Right, until they pull it down. The Black Beast has touched down inside the octagon. Alexander Volkov, the challenge tonight. This tale of the tape brought to you by Modelo Especial. Brewed with a fighting spirit since 1925. Derrick Lewis, 33 years old. Alexander Volkov will be 30 later this month. Volkov, the taller man by 4 inches, slightly less pronounced in the reach department, where Volkov will have a 1-inch advantage. All right, now for the particulars, back inside to the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 30 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 251 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, presenting the number 5 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Alexander Drago Volkov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a brawler holding a professional record, 20 wins, 5 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 265 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, presenting the number 2 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Derrick the Black Beast Lewis. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one in the heavyweight division. Brittany Palmer, thank you very much. High stakes here for Derrick Lewis and his counterpart, Alexander Volkov. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit since 1925. Lewis is in black, Alexander Volkov in gray. And that fight that Lewis had against Verdun was October 2017, and Derrick forced to pull out just a few hours before the fight, but he's worked hard on his posture. He's stretching pre and post workout now and feels like his back hasn't felt this good in years. We'll see if it pays dividends tonight.
Well, there's been a lot of guys with back injuries, but you got to wonder what he could do to fix that, whether it's surgically or through some sort of long-term therapy, but he continues to fight. It's very difficult to train when you have that kind of an injury.
Right.
Almost impossible, Joe. I mean, the fact that he said it limited his training a lot, so I'm curious to see what kind of output he has even in this first round.
Did you ask him what he does to supplement with it for endurance?
He doesn't have any supplements. He just says, I got a round that I'm going to try to take this guy out in. That's what he said. So let's see what happens here.
He got tagged. Front kick to the body. He's hurt.
That body shot hurt him.
Volkov's all over him.
The knees and the teep kick to the belly already hurt so bad.
Lewis loads up, nothing doing there. Strong start for Drago.
He's not going to go out easy, Derrick Lewis. I'm not going to make this easy.
Drago just shook his left hand.
Oh my God.
Counter right from Volkov.
Huge right uppercut. Lands. Derrick Lewis trying to tough it out. Something might have hurt his eye or his nose, because you don't react like that unless it lands really wrong.
I'm not sure.
See, his eye might be, it could be his orbital, but he's toughing it out. He don't care. Let's see what happens here.
Pay attention to Volkov's left hand. He was shaking it earlier. He accidentally poked him.
Stop.
Good sportsmanship by Volkov to even say that.
Yeah.
He could have kept going. Nobody would have known.
Volkov's pointing to his mouth, though.
What?
He's saying that he fish hooked him.
You ready to fight?
He's saying something.
Why are you stopping the fight? It's okay. It's time to fight.
I'm not exactly sure what he's saying.
I think he was saying that Volkov was stopping it himself, but there was no eye poke. He just stopped because he thought he was poking him in the eye. And Volkov could have kept going.
Yeah, you can lose a fight for calling timeout.
Yeah.
2 minutes have gone by. Volkov goes high with the kick, nothing doing.
I may be mistaken, but I felt like he was pointing towards his mouth, saying that Derrick Lewis like reached into his mouth or something.
Huh.
I don't know, though. That was confusing.
He's already landed some big shots to the body of Lewis, and he keeps going to the body with those punches and teep kicks.
And I'm being told there was no eye poke, so Herb Dean largely did his job there. Volkov switching up the footwork here early.
Where I'm sure the truck will isolate it.
Wow, what a crazy-looking takedown he attempted.
Derrick Lewis has had a penchant for fighting well, or at least surviving well off of his back in his UFC tenure. Trying to control posture here. Just over 2 minutes to go in our opening round.
Lewis uses that underhook to get back up to his feet.
Keep those hands tight. Oh, that's the hand that he said he needed to land, and there it is. He only needs one of those.
Yeah, that's what makes Derrick Lewis so fun to watch. Hammers. Oh, big takedown.
So the high amplitude takedown here from Alexander Volkov. Let's see what he can do with it. Short elbows.
We might not see Derrick Lewis get up from this. He might just be okay with just waiting it out, waiting for the round to start over.
We've seen Lewis rally from adversity before. He got dropped by Tim Johnson early, came back to win that fight. Slow start against Shamil Abdurakhimov in a main event. But not necessarily the start he was looking for tonight, though.
There's definitely no quit in Derrick Lewis, though. I mean, you could hurt him, and he could still knock you out with one punch, as you saw. He grabbed his eye, took him 3 steps back. The second Volkov came at him, he threw an overhand right, almost got it.
Volkov's taking his back here.
And this is that brown belt he was talking about there. Let's see if he can utilize it and get the finish here. I mean, he's got the back.
He may switch to the arm. He may switch to the left arm. The way he's holding the wrist there.
Definitely there, Joe. You're exactly right. But he's not setting the legs up exactly like he's going to do that.
Yeah, he might switch. Look at this. Good job by Volkov staying on the back.
Nice by Derrick Lewis.
Not a man you want on top of you in this situation. Under 30 seconds to go in the round.
Big elbow by Lewis.
He's just so strong.
Oh! Ground and pound from Derrick Lewis here. Crowd getting behind the Black Beast. Minutes in the can. Tonight's Corner Can is brought to you by Body Armor. Switch to Body Armor, the official sports drink of UFC. More natural, more electrolytes, better sports drink. Grab yours at participating Speedway stores. Bob Perez, take it away.
Significant swelling under the left eye of Derrick Lewis.
I need you breathing. Here you go. Hold. All right, you're fighting in Volkov range. I need you fighting in Derrick Lewis range. You have to stay inside of his kicking range, buddy. He's going to keep attacking the belly, okay? So we have to close that gap. Hands stay high, and you're hitting one shot at a time. I need fluidity in your strikes. I need a few punches.
You go to the ground, he's giving that underhook every time.
Big punch lands. And as we saw, Volkov is the one who actually stops, but there was no eye poke. That was just the glove straight into the eye. And we saw here a big punch, and then he goes straight to the gut, and that hurt Derrick Lewis. But how about the toughness? I mean, he came back. He did not quit. He's getting hit with big punches by Volkov. Gets put down a couple times, and then a nice takedown from a trip, double underhook, body lock trip here. And big ground and pound by Derrick Lewis at the end of that round.